fellow YouTubers of the world, and welcome to the darkness once again. I'm doing this video, or this stream, as a behind the scenes stream of myself. And I'm about to do a face reveal of myself and explain to you my character on here. Okay? Now, my character is known, or my alternate personality. What's up, Diz? How you doing? Good to see you. I'm formally known. Hi, how you doing? I'm formally known as Arizona Griper. And I currently suffer from multiple personality disorder. I don't know whether you guys understand this or not. And this is the reason why I have so many channels with so many different things and so many different personalities, because it helps to give each personality a home and each personality a should I say an outlet to an outlet to basically speak or vent, or in this case, troll and irritate people. But I just want to tell you guys this. This channel's all based off of clean fun. I really do not mean to upset or hurt anybody in the process. I'm not like that. That's not me. Doing pretty good. So far, so good. But, like I said, I'm just doing a face reveal for you guys today, so you guys understand the man behind the mask, behind the character, and the reason why I created this channel and this particular character. And this particular character, it's part of me. It's part of my dark side. Part of my darker, dark humor type of personality. I do admit that sometimes it gets a bit off the chain. Sometimes. I do admit that sometimes it gets a bit out of control. Sometimes. And I do admit that sometimes a lot of people don't understand why I act and why I do what I do on this channel. But I'm explaining. Once again, my name is Arizona Griper, and I suffer from multiple personality disorder. I made this channel to satiate one of my personalities, because I can't do these things on just one channel, you know, because I have so many personalities and so many thoughts and everything like that. I keep them, what do you call it? I keep them compartmentalized. There you go. Where, you know, one channel for one personality, another channel for another personality, and so on and so forth. And once again, I do not mean to upset, offend, or hurt anybody really bad in the process. I really don't. But just sometimes when I get into a character, you know, I just let the natural character kind of flow, so to speak. And therefore, when I do that, I tend to, whatchamacallit? I tend to lose control over what I say and what I do. It doesn't happen that often. I try and maintain control as much as I can, but sometimes I just can't help it, you know. Actually, you know what? That is a good point. I don't think I have, to tell you the truth. Oh, I did do it this morning, though, but that's about it. But after that, you know what? That is a good point. Maybe you need to fart more. Maybe you do. Maybe people do need to fart more to make themselves feel better. Hey, it proves that you have a healthy colon if you do. True, though. But like I said, guys, in a serious note, I don't want people to feel offended or to feel hurt about the things I do and things I say on here. You know, it's all for entertainment. It's all for harmless trolling. And once again, guys, I don't mean to offend, hurt, or inadvertently piss off anybody by doing this. But when I get into a character or get into that side of me, I tend to kind of just let the character take over, so to speak, and let it flow to where it's not really me anymore, to where it's just a totally different person. And like I said, I'm coming up here and apologizing for anything that was said or done on any of my streams that offended, hurt, or made people feel bad. Now, if this is just like any of the other channels I make. If I have offended or hurt anyone by any of the stuff that I have said on this channel, please let me know in the comments what stream it was so that I could just either private it or just take it off altogether. I'm not here for monetization. I'm not here for destroying people. I'm not here for hurting people. I'm not here for creating people misery or anything like that. I'm just here to be myself and have a good time. And that's it. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much, you know, the underlining statement that I wanted to say to everybody openly. And I'm not part of Anonymous. I'm not part of any clique, sect, or anything like that. I'm just a character that I made up on the internet to satiate one of my personalities, okay? And that's it. You know why? I shouldn't have to explain myself like this, but I'm glad I am. Because there were people that were getting upset. There were people that were getting pissed off at what I do on here. And for that, I personally apologize. But sometimes I can't help it. Sometimes I can't control it. Sometimes it just... Guys, it just happens, dude. And I can't help it. It's nothing against anybody. It's just... And then you're like, then people are like, okay, well then why go live? Well, I go live for a reason, because I go live just like everybody else goes live. Just to have fun. Not to really have any point or any reason to it. It's, you know, it's just to have fun. And I do admit, yes, I do get a little bit out of control. I do get a little bit haywire, especially on this channel. But, you know, it's the nature of the channel. This is supposed to be about my dark character. This is supposed to be about my darker side. So, of course, my demeanor, my thought process, and my talking is going to be different. So, like I said, it's no offense against anybody. It's just part of the character that I portray here on YouTube. But I do, however, have certain boundaries and certain morals that I will never cross. You will never, ever, ever on any channel hear me talking about family members, doxing, or any of that negative behavior. That will never, ever happen. Never. And if it does, feel free to call me out on it. Let me know what stream, and I'll destroy it and I'll take it down. And I'll try and be more mindful next time. Because I don't do that kind of thing. And I've been on this platform I've been on this platform since 2015. I've experienced a lot, I've seen a lot, and I've also said a lot. But one thing I don't do is I do not dox and I do not go at people's family. Period. I don't do that. I never have and never will. It's not my nature. It's not who I am. That's why a lot of the times when people come in here and when they act decent, you know, I don't mind. Because this is kind of like a trolling channel. So, you know, people that come in the side chat, you know, just to screw around or just to mess around, as long as they keep it respectful, I don't really care, and I won't time them out, and I won't block them. But the minute that they start disrespecting my channel, disrespecting me, and start, you know, typing things really, really bad, well, of course, I'm going to have to time them out, and I'm going to have to block them. See right here? This is a prime example of spamming, and that is not tolerated. So I have to put the user in timeout for a minute because he's not saying anything wrong, but he is indeed spamming in the chat, and I can't have that. So once again, it's nothing personal. It's just some things I will tolerate and I won't care about, and some things I will not tolerate and I have to do something about. So basically it all depends on the user or the account in question. So, like I said, it's nothing against anybody. I don't mean to hurt anybody. I don't mean to harm nobody. You know, I just have fun on here. And like I said, the character that I play on here is a bit unpredictable and a little bit rough. So, this is just me explaining about the channel so that you guys know exactly what you're going to expect to see and hear on this channel in particular. So, and that's pretty much it. I'm up for a Q&A. If you guys got any questions, feel free to type in the chat. Questions about my character or questions about me, you know, just keep them clean, guys. And, you know, don't do nothing dumb. Please don't. Because I don't want to have to time you out, and I don't want to have to block you for doing something stupid. You know, I don't care what you guys talk about, as long as it's within a reasonable sense, you know, and not just fucking just coming in here and just throwing in whatever, you know. Because there's certain rules and certain guidelines and certain ways that I have to go by as a YouTuber. Moralistically speaking. There you go. That should pretty much cover the whole thing. You know, I don't have to do it, but I choose to do it because it's my choice, it's my preference. Thank you for the likes, guys. I appreciate it. I think I caught that fly. No, I didn't. Damn it, missed him. But thank you for the likes, and thank you for the subscriptions, and hopefully, ladies and gentlemen, this, what I have just done here, clears up every single freaking thing that it kind of clarifies everything I've done on this channel thus far. So now all of you know what this channel is about. Now you know the man behind the making, and now you guys understand everything. So, but if there's any questions or concerns that you have, feel free to just drop a comment. I'm not going to judge you with your comment, but if I find it inappropriate, I will remove it and not give it any acknowledgement. I'm just saying. Why do I do this? Because there's been a lot of people that have a lot of concerns about my character, about who I am, and about what. All right, good point. Why do I do this? Okay. I do this because I suffer from multiple personality disorder. And this is a way that when I feel a buildup of a certain personality or a certain way, I could go on this channel and let it all out. It's not really directed towards anybody. It's just how I feel and how it just comes on. And therefore I just let it flow. I don't have no choice. You know what I mean? It's nothing against anybody, dude. It really isn't. I mean, do you think I enjoy fucking insulting people? Do you think I enjoy fucking hurting people? Do you think I enjoy well, I guess you could say schizophrenia. I guess that's what it is. I mean, I don't know the fucking proper term for that shit. Ah, hey, from Brazil. What's up, guys? Yeah, that's a little better diagnosis, isn't it? So, yeah. But you see, that's the reason why I made this channel the way it is. Because it satiates one of my personalities that I have. I can't help it when it comes on. It just happens. And I have to do, and trust me, it happens in real life too. The shit happens randomly. Not even kidding with that. It happens randomly. I have no control over it. None. One minute I'll be okay, and then the next minute I'll be like a totally different person. It just happens, you know. I've tried psych meds. They don't work because they seem to want to make the problem worse. What? Are you trying to say you have DID? I don't know what DID is. Believe it or not, I am talking to a psychologist. And she is working with me. So, yeah. Yeah, it's something like that. It's something where, I have different characters, different moods, and different, it's if it's a different personality, you know what I mean? If that makes sense. I guess I'm psychotic. I guess that's what I am. I guess. I don't know. Whatever the hell that is. It's just that, I'm trying to explain this while I'm in a normal mood rather than in my character where I fucking flip out all over the place. So just kind of bear with me. Believe it or not, and I'm going to tell you this bluntly, that is one of the root causes of all this. I've been emotionally unstable since the day I was born. And due to the current state of my life, that what's going on right now, I guess you could say this is a coping mechanism that I've invented to help me. If you really want to do it psychologically. Doesn't always work, but at least we give it a try. I have been trying, what you call it? I've been trying to learn how to do mindfulness exercises to where when I feel in that state of mind, I can look at a mindfulness video, meditate, and try and calm myself down and try and get myself in a better frame of mind. Believe it or not, dude, I get judged every what?
Give me the top. It's in
the trash.
Yeah.
What'd you throw it in the trash for? Oh, you thought your eyes bigger than your stomach?
No, I thought I was gonna be able to finish it, but I'm just gonna save it.
Should save it for tomorrow and take it to work with you.
Because I'm going to sleep.
All right. See you in the morning there, Vicky. All right. Anyway. Believe it or not, man, I'm going to tell you this bluntly. I've been judged my whole fucking life, so this, it's no different. I always get looked at underneath a microscope no matter where I fucking go. I always get judged. I always get made fun of. I always get fucking cracked at. I get shit on all the time anyway, so it doesn't really matter. The only people that respect me around here is my family. My wife, my kids, that's it. Not one other person could freaking stand me. Well, I do have a really, really good support team on here. I've got really good friends that I consider close family that are close to my heart, and they know who they are and they'll always be there. And I know that if I'm in a really bad state of mind, I know that I could depend on them if I was to call them or to contact them. But just sometimes I get to the point to where I'm like, you know what? I don't want to bother them. I don't want to interrupt them because a lot of them have really busy lives, and I don't want to interfere in that, even though they tell me repeatedly, you know, we're here to help. It's okay. You can call us if you want us, if you need us to be there, and we'll be there. But it's just that they got so many things going on. I just don't want to act like a pain in the ass, even though I'm not. But still, that's how I feel sometimes, you know. Yeah, I know. But it's kind of like, yeah, maybe that's my problem, dude. Is that when I'm like that, I'm kind of scared to reach out for fear of what they might say or what might happen. Maybe that's why. And because like I said, I've got a very good support group of people that support me on here, and I love them to death. I really do. They all know who they are, and I love them to death. But it's just that I get scared sometimes. I get intimidated. I'm afraid, like, well, I don't want to bother them. I don't want to, interrupt what they're doing because I don't want them to, I don't want them to feel like, God, now I have to go and talk to him again. That type of thing. I don't know. I guess it's because I've been so used to handling my own stuff that when someone offers to help, I don't know how to react, and I do it stupidly. I mean, like I said, I don't want to inconvenience anybody, and I don't want to make people feel like I'm a burden or anything, even though I'm not. I know I'm not, but that's the way I think sometimes, I know. Yeah, that's true. You know what? You're right. Maybe one day it might get to the point to where I might not even need this channel anymore. And I might just leave it or just change it to something else. You know, you never can tell. Because I do have people out there that love me and that care about me. Even out here on YouTube, I'm not alone. I've got plenty of people that love me, plenty of people that care about me, and plenty of people get concerned, you know, when I'm truly hurting or when there's truly something wrong. They'll be there. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. You know, I wanted to thank you for coming in this chat and really speaking with me. And maybe this is something that I needed. I mean, it really got me thinking, and it really got me to realize that I can't put up a wall for everybody. You know, not everybody out there is out to hurt me. Not everybody out there is out to get me. You know, there are people that care, and there are people that just want to help. And I've got to realize that, you know. Once again, we're kind of hitting a sore spot, so out comes the waterworks, you know. It's what I did with my therapist too, you know. Yeah. I appreciate that, bro. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Don't forget to subscribe, okay? So that you get my notifications, and so that maybe we can have some more chats together. Yeah. Wow. For one of the first times I actually found somebody that actually understands what I'm going through, actually understands what I'm suffering with. Because you're going through the same thing as I'm going through. At the same fucking time. Wow. This is crazy. You know? Maybe I could one day turn this channel into a support group for people that are suffering with what we're suffering with. And maybe reach out to more people and help them out as you're starting to help me out a little bit. Yeah. It happens, you know. But I thank all the people on here that I've met throughout the years, and I love every last one of them. I carry them in my heart always. I met people on here that I'm really, really close to and that I really love a lot. And I hope they realize that no matter what channel I'm on, they are appreciated. Every last one of them. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, pretty soon it's going to get to the point to where I might decide to revamp this channel and change it into something else that's more beneficial, more productive instead of destructive, you know. Um, my family and also people that I hold close to my heart. I know they appreciate me. I feel it in my heart. You know, I really do. You know, they could have been like everybody else on YouTube. They could have just overlooked me. They could have just, you know, scrolled somewhere else. They could have just gone somewhere else. But they didn't. They selected me for a reason. They picked me for a reason. And to me, they're angels because they've helped me get through some tough stuff in my life. And I'll never forget that. I'll never forget them. And I know for a fact that they'll never forget me either. I guess I do. I guess you're right. I do have a good life. It's just that, you know, I have a hard time realizing it sometimes. And like I said, things like this, especially on this channel, happen very rarely where I actually break character and come clean. This is one of my few times that I do this. But then this is usually the time to where people get bored and they walk off or they run away because they don't want to hear it, you know. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate you too. You know, you've helped me a lot in here, dude. And thank you for being in here with me today. It helped out more than you'll ever know. And I hope I hope you got something out of this stream as I got something out of the conversation with you. Waiting for your wife to wake up. Oh. You know what's funny? I have that same problem. I haven't had a good night's sleep in over 51 years because I constantly toss and turn all fucking night. And sometimes I don't go to bed till about maybe 2 or 3 in the morning sometimes because I got so much shit in my head, just like you do. You know, this is kind of awesome because I really didn't know that there was other people suffering like I do. There was other people that are just like me, that they suffer from the same thing as I do. And it's doesn't make the world so bad, you know. Well, I'm glad they are, because maybe one day might build this place up to where might be just a place to where all of us get together like this and we just talk. You know, nothing really bad. We just come in here and just talk with each other. You know, talk about life, talk about how, you know, how the world is, you know, all that kind of stuff. Murder plans. You silly. I don't know if we could talk about that, but, you know, it's nice to have a friend that I can talk to. Because my therapist was also, you know, talking about looking for support groups and looking for people that understand what I'm going through, and that way we can kind of support each other, you know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You know what's funny though? No matter how bad of a state of mind I'm in, I'll never want to hurt nobody. It's just, for some reason, it's just not in my DNA. It's not in my nature to do so. I never could do that. Because if I did, I could never live with myself. I never could. I mean, I did spank a kid once, and I regretted doing it. But that was the only time I've ever done that. Google something called splitting. Huh. Oh, okay. Hang on a minute. Hell, I got me another phone. I might as well look it up. Shit. It's called splitting. Splitting. Gotta wait for my phone. Okay.
Going to mix, so I'm gonna do a cafecito. Honestly, I need her.
Splitting. Oh, shit. Wow. God damn, that hit the nail right on the fucking head. Holy shit. Wow. Just from watching the title of one video, oh my god. That's going to be interesting. E it's I gotta screenshot this. Because sometimes I get this information and I forget about it. But this time I screenshotted it. So now I can remember. What is it? Splitting. What is that? Okay. EUPD. Wow. That pretty much depicts me just right straight down the middle. I think you already knew from the first time you started talking with me. Wow. That's interesting. Very, very interesting. Anyway, guys, it's getting late, so I'm going to go take a shower and turn in. So you guys take care. Much love, and thank you for watching. And I hope that this video and this stream that I made kind of clears things up and kind of gives you guys a better perspective and a better understanding as to what all this is about. Thank you. I hope you have a good week too. Later, bro. Peace.